Pirates gave all of its fans a really exciting first half of the season. Going into the season, all the experts, including myself, so-called experts, were saying, you know, we think that the hitting might be there, we know the defense is going to be there, but we're thinking that the pitching might be a little iffy. It was just the exact opposite the first half. Then the second half, the pitching kind of tailed down a little bit. What do you think happened in the second half?
Well, for 4 months we had an intensity level that we were right in the hunt, and you know, being at the top, there was a place where they'd never been before, and so for 4 months their mentality was on edge. They were into every pitch. You know, they were in every game, and after a while, after 4 months, then all of a sudden that 19-inning game in Atlanta. That was a doubleheader that we played one, you know, we scheduled one game, we played a doubleheader, we lost the next game 4-3, and then I could see right then and there we had lost our legs. So the intensity level was so high that they have never experienced that before, and then they started to tail down a little bit, and now we have a better idea on how to handle it. They do. They know that it's a tough grind for 162 games. We put 4 solid months together, but now we'd like to put 6 solid months together. And that's one of the learning points that happened last year, and they understand that, and we're going to address it.
Let's talk about your starting rotation. I know it's early. I haven't been to spring training yet. There may be some guys on the roster who aren't here, or at least on the team yet. But talk about the guys that you do have inked, and maybe some things that you expect from each of them.
Well, with James McDonald, you know, I need him to mature a little bit and to be more pitch efficient, and that means getting ahead, staying ahead, and putting the hitter away as opposed to going to 3-ball counts, walks, pitching behind in the count all the time. He's got to get ahead. He's got to use his fastball more and have better command with that. Charlie Morton, we want him to stay healthy. That kid, he went wire to wire, as did J-Mac, which I'm very proud of what they did because they never achieved that before as a starting pitcher in the major league level. Those guys, Charlie is going to have to make sure that he stays healthy. We got to keep an eye on him. It's not only innings, it's the amount of pitches that they throw during the games that tallies up after 4 or 5 months. You got to keep an eye on that. Jeff Carson's self-made man. He learned so much. He knew how to add and subtract with his pitches. Fantastic. Kevin Correa. That's what we need to do with Kevin. KC needs to add and subtract from his pitchers because the majority of the velocity of his pitchers are in one little bunch, and we need a little bit of separation in that. And now with Eric Bedard that we signed, the left-hander, I'm looking at some video right now, and we just need to let him get his feet wet, so to speak, let him get comfortable, and then maybe make a little minor adjustments here and there. But it's going to be up to Eric.
Grilly is back.
Yes.
Let's talk about him and some of the other relievers.
You know, Grilly got a second life. He came over from Philadelphia. We took a chance on him. I knew the kid when he was young with the Marlins, when I was with the Marlins there. His character and integrity is off the chain. It's outstanding. And the way he goes about his business is a true professional. He is, you know, they say, well, he's 35 years old, but you know what? He keeps himself in good shape. And he brings experience to that bullpen, and he's a jack of all trades.
How about Joel and the rest of the folks?
Joel, you know, what can I say about Joel? We have a great relationship, and when he's out there on the mound, don't get on the mound because he is a bear. And he just goes after people, and he's very aggressive, and he's got a no fear attitude, and that's what you need as a reliever. As for the other guys, we got Reese, who's a jack of all trades too. We could use him in the middle. Did a really good job in the first half for us. Brought him in with bases loaded. I don't know how many times he got out of it. Given 1 run or no runs up. You know, he's got the stuff. Tony Watson, a young left-hander, he's coming out of the pen. There's a kid that had to be baptized real quick because we lost Joe Beimel, you know, and we put him right into the fire, and he came out with flying colors. And then there's other guys down there that we're going to have to fill. We lost Jose Veras in a trade, which made us better in the hitting and the fielding part of it. And we're sorry to see Jose go, but you know, we're also happy to see McGee from Milwaukee. We're happy to see him here to help us out a little bit, to solidify those 2 corners. So, you know, we're going to have to fill in some spaces from the guys that we lost and see what we got.
You know, with skipper Clint Hurdle, you pretty much know what he expects from you.
Yes.
He wears everything on his sleeve. What are the advantages of working for a skipper like that?
Well, the advantage is, you know, there's no BS. You know, everything's straight up. You tell him what you feel, he'll tell you what you feel, but you better do it in a 5-second thing, because he doesn't have time to wait around. And that's what I learned from him last year, is that as the season went along, I started feeling more and more comfortable with what I could say to him and when to say it to him. And then I got to know him not only as a manager, but as a person. And it was a lot better that way, and it made me more at ease and a lot easier for me to do my job.